For starters, Hunter's game-tying goal. Your thoughts and what did you think of the play?
Yeah, I've seen that play a lot recently. Him busting through the neutral zone and picking a corner. Yeah, he's a powerful man, and he's making an impact in our group right away here. But that was a huge goal. We were pressing after the first period. We were pressing there, and finally to get that one, that was big. And we had our chances to win the game as well. But I thought that was a big play to get us going.
When you guys recruited him, did you know he had that pace to his game? Was that something that you liked, or did you discover that when he was here?
Yeah, well, you know what? Again, when we played him last year, we saw that. A big, powerful guy scored against us, and then like I said, he scored against Denver, Minnesota, all the top teams. So the consistency side of it, you saw that. Yeah, for a big guy, a lot of times big guys, it takes them a while to move up and down the ice sometimes, but I think there's a reason why he's like that, because he invests in himself every day, and he trains extremely hard, and he trains like a professional. And at the end of the day, it's a big thing for us, especially when he's on that line. He gives that line a boost and our team a boost.
When did you know Jackson Blake could come back into the game?
Mark Pullman, he went down the tunnel, and then Mark Pullman looked at him, and then he came back a few minutes later and said, looks like he might be coming back here. So, that's a true testament to our group here. I know, there were a couple guys tonight, that were game time decisions and warm up that played. And there's guys that were in the lineup that have had some bumps and bruises from last weekend that have played. So, I commend our group. Like, we didn't get the win tonight, but at the end of the day, playing against a hard, heavy team, a really good team in Mankato, our guys battled back. And again, the message was after the game, the first period, that's where they made their push, and that's in college hockey. When a team loses that first night, you got to be ready for that push. And I thought they had a little bit more jump than we did, and they got the pucks, and we turned pucks over and fed into their momentum. So proud of the way that we responded, but again, 60 minutes is what it takes to win a game, and I thought our first 20 minutes was just so-so.
What did you guys do better in the third?
Well, I went down to three lines. When some guys are going, like Hunter Johannes, I thought Omac's line was going. I thought Gaber's line was going. Trying to get those guys on the ice more. And I think nothing against the other line, but just trying to get a little bit more momentum with guys that had some juice and that were moving. And I think that helped a little bit. And like I said, at the end of the day, had enough chances to win. But it's the goaltender at the other end played well, and ours did as well at our end.
The power play in overtime, it didn't seem to get a lot going.
Yeah, that was weird. At the end of the day, we had four forwards on the ice. We did give them a timeout too to get their breath and kind of get reset and talk about it and get their energy back. But man, I didn't think we had a couple looks, but I didn't think we had the sharpness that we should have. And again, goalie made a great save on one of the, I think, Gaber's shot, but. At the end of the day, that was the opportunity we needed to win that game, and overtime was at 4-3.
When you guys go into a shootout in a non-conference game, do you want your guys using their? I mean, it counts for nothing. Do you want your guys using their best move and putting it on tape, or do you talk to them about that, or what?
100%. Like, we're here to win. At the end of the day, and I know you don't want to give up any secrets or different things, knowing it's non-conference or whatever. But I'll tell you what, when you get in that locker room, whether it's 5-on-5, 4-on-4, 3-on-3, overtime or shootout, we're here to win. And I even asked the guys, I said, you want to go first or last? One guy said last. I said, no, we're going first. At the end of the day, we're here to win. We're going to be on our toes. And I think it's one of those things where whatever you do, you try to go for the win.
Reese, thoughts on seeing him get his 100th point? That hasn't been done a lot here in the last 10 years or anywhere in college hockey.
Yeah, consistency, it says, right? At the end of the day, a guy that brings it every single day and makes an impact on the ice, and it's great to see. He's going to have a lot more success with us here, and he's one of a few guys that went through our program that's done something very special. And I think he would say, as well as I would, even though that's a great individual accolade, he's probably more interested in the team accolades.
Was it fitting he got it from that spot that he scored from?
Yeah, that you see so many times coming down that flank on the strong side and picking that corner, and it was great to see, and that got us going there a little bit too. But there's going to be a lot more games that he's going to make an impact in our group here, and we're going to make sure that we play hard for him as well.
You talked about injuries. Do you rest some of the guys that are banged up next week?
Well, we're going to give, we're going to go through tomorrow's a day off for everybody, and then we'll go through the Monday. It's a short week for us. We get on a plane and go to Boston on Thursday, but we got to manage our group. We're down to the number right now where there's no extra guys to go in the lineup. So yeah, we'll manage that, whatever that looks like. If it's an extra day off for some guys, or whatever have you. But again, we'll know a little bit more with our group here tomorrow.
Last week you talked about if you don't sweep, you have to work out after the game.
They're in there right now. They're in there right now. We didn't lose this weekend. We won and we tied, but we always talk about the standard is a standard, and the standard is you sweep, you don't have to work out. And I think there was disappointment. I asked the guys, I opened it up to them, and guys said they're teed off. They're disappointed. That's good. I think that's great. I mean, it was a lost opportunity that we didn't get to close out for a sweep this weekend, and that tells you that the guys are thinking about the standard or want to get to that standard. And I think that's good to have that kind of that teed off mentality, and knowing that we didn't get the 2 wins instead of a win and a tie.